If you're thinking about using a trust to own a property in Dubai, it's important to understand what the law actually allows and where the boundaries are. And getting it wrong can lead to serious legal and tax issues. In this video, I'll explain to you the legal rules that you need to know and how to use a trust the right way to hold your property in Dubai. I have helped my clients set up compliant trust structures in DIFC and ADGM, which are the only jurisdictions in Dubai that recognize trust under common law. You'll learn what's allowed, where the limits are, and how to stay fully protected while investing through a trust. Before we start, my name is Shiraz Baid and I'm the founder at Lepidus Wealth, where we help clients and families protect their assets using a range of tools, including trust, foundations, wills, and offshore structures. So if you own a business or real estate, don't wait until a legal or health crisis to start thinking about protecting what you have built. Instead, request your free and customized asset protection plan by clicking the link below. You can then implement it step by step as your journey progresses. Well, coming back to the topic, here is what you need to understand first. In Dubai, real estate ownership is regulated by Dubai Land Department. For individuals, it's pretty straightforward. You can buy property in the freehold area if you're a foreigner, but when it comes to trust, the situation is a bit more complex. Dubai does not automatically recognize common law trust for property ownership. However, there are legal frameworks under specific jurisdictions that allow it. There are two main jurisdictions where a trust can legally own property in relation to Dubai: the DIFC and the ADGM. Both operate under common law system and have their own trust laws. In these free zones, you can set up trust that is legally recognized. The trust can then hold assets, including shares in a company that owns a property in Dubai. But here's one important point, that trust itself usually doesn't register directly as the property owner on the land registry. Instead, the ownership is often structured through a corporate vehicle. That company, whether it's set up in Dubai or abroad, owns the property. The shares of that company are held by the trust. This way, the trust effectively controls the property while staying compliant with Dubai laws. The Dubai Land Department currently registers properties in the name of a legal person, such as an individual or companies, not in the name of a trust. While there are exceptions, in some rare cases, properties can be registered directly under a trust in DIFC or ADGM if all parties involved agrees and the land is within certain approved areas. But this is not the standard path. Most high net worth individuals choose the company shareholding route because it's more flexible and widely accepted. Now, let's talk about the benefits of this structure. First is asset protection. When the property is held by a company, that company is owned by a trust. It adds a layer of legal separation. If something happens to the individual, like death or litigation, the property is not directly exposed. The second benefit is succession planning. A trust allows you to specify exactly who will benefit from the property after you have passed away without going through local inheritance codes. While Dubai has no personal income tax or capital gains tax, your home country might tax you on your worldwide assets. A properly structured trust can sometimes reduce or defer those taxes, depending on your residency and where the trust is based. But always check with a cross-border tax advisor to ensure the setup is legal in both the jurisdictions. Let's also touch on compliance. Setting up a trust in DIFC or ADGM is not a casual process. You need to appoint a licensed trustee, file certain documents, and meet ongoing reporting requirements. This includes the Know Your Customer rules and financial audits if the trust owns high value assets. So, what about the cost? Setting up a trust in DIFC or ADGM typically starts from around 25,000 dirhams to 35,000 dirhams. That's between 7 to 10,000 US dollars in legal and registration fee. Plus, you have the ongoing annual cost of trusteeship and reporting requirements. You can add to that the cost of company that holds the property, which may involve licensing, renewals, and basic accounting. It's not cheap, but for families protecting millions in real estate assets, the benefits outweigh the cost. Now, if you're wondering that whether this is the right for you or not, it usually comes down to three situations. The first is you own or plan to own multiple properties in Dubai and want a clear succession plan. The second is that you live in a country with high inheritance or wealth tax and want to shield your assets. And the third is that you want asset protection from potential lawsuits or claims. Let's say you are a UK resident. You buy property in Dubai under your name. That asset becomes part of the estate and you could be subjected to UK inheritance tax. But if you structure it through a trust in DIFC with proper legal advice, the property might not be counted in the same way. You can achieve similar advantages if you come from Canada or Australia, where personal taxes on foreign assets can be significant. Unlike CRA, HMRC, or HEU rules, Dubai's system is much simpler. If you're serious about protecting your assets, consider setting up a Dubai trust with a company structure. The trust owns the company and the company owns the property. It's fully legal and widely used by international families and business owners. As I mentioned earlier, if you own a business or real estate, don't wait for legal or health crisis to start thinking about protecting your wealth. Many people think asset protection is only for ultra wealthy. But the reality is that some of these solutions cost as much as setting up a free zone company in Dubai. If you want to secure what you have built and ensure your legacy, you can request your free and customized asset protection plan by clicking the link in the description below. And if you're serious about building long-term financial security, you should really check out my next video right here.